everyone.
Howdy, folks.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday here in Atlanta.
Gorgeous, gorgeous day. It's in the evening. It's about 6 p.m., 7 p.m.
Yes, almost 7:30.
Oh, it's quite late, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me that we have to do this.
That's why I kept saying we got to do this. The sun's going down.
Yeah, we had a beautiful weekend. Beautiful day today. Church, brunch, nap.
Well, some of us got a nap.
Yeah, I was supposed to be watching a movie and then I just passed out like 10 minutes into the movie.
I hit play and she was snoring.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're coming to you with another conversation. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome to our deck in one of the conversations that we have every day, discussing different things about relationships and whatnot. So welcome to Caversations on our deck.
Right. So today we're going to do another paired question. For those of you who are just watching this for the first time, we have this app that we use called Paired, and it gives us questions to answer every day. And then you're supposed to just talk about it with your person, and it's supposed to, build deeper connection, build your relationship, help you get to know each other, etc., etc. So I'm going to share one question that we were looking through to answer. Okay, I had it answered, but I've answered. And the question is, what does it mean to be a good partner, right?
Which is an excellent question. So we do paired. Well, I do paired every day. She does it occasionally, but it's designed.
Every time.
I'm going to every single time make you do better. But it does a good job kind of exploring things from your own side as you answer the question. Then you see your partners. You're like, oh, okay. You can find things that you're extremely compatible on. You can find things that, okay, maybe we need to work on this. Maybe you don't see this like I do. So it's a great tool for this.
Yeah.
So what is the question? What was your answer?
Yeah, so the question is, what does it mean to be a good partner? That was
Excellent
the question.
question.
So I said, why don't you say first what it means? Because you're the one who has many points.
Many points? I just said a few.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, to be a good partner means to be patient, to be empathetic, right? To understand what your partner is going through and to help each other overcome obstacles. I mean, things that are in the way. You're a team. It is no longer you and her or him or whatever. It is a team. So how do we overcome the obstacles in our lives, right? We do that together.
Okay. I said something similar. I said that it means to be present. We have that same word in common. Empathetic and help each other. Oh, that's your answer.
That's my answer.
I was like, it looks so similar. It's my answer. Beg your pardon. I'm having a senior moment. It means being present, attentive.
Right.
I was like, I didn't say that. It means being present, attentive, responding versus reactive.
Right.
Loving, caring, and supportive. And for me, I want to highlight presence and attentiveness. And responding versus reacting. Like, there's so many opportunities to react when you're interacting with your spouse, right? You hear something, they say something, you hear something else, or you kind of misunderstand each other, or maybe you're just having a bad day, right? So I think responding versus reacting, and responding is just like asking curious questions or clarifying questions. I'm not saying we're perfect, far from it, but that's something that I think we've been trying to practice, being more responsive versus just kind of reacting, and of course loving and caring and supportive, because hey, that's why we get into relationships, because we have emotional needs and we need our emotional needs met. Like we get into relationships for something, right? And that's to feel loved, to be loved, to have a companion, a partner. And so that's what I think it means.
Cool.
Yeah.
So one thing I'll add to that, and you hit on this, is no one is perfect.
Yeah.
In our lifetimes, in the history of the world, there's only been one perfect person, and we hung him on a cross, right? So when you think about people, we're all flawed. The question really becomes, are you open to working to your partner? Can you set your feelings aside? Can you listen to what they've got to say? Can you be present for them? So you're their person. So this particular person is my person, and she is the center of my world.
No. You're my person too.
Glad to hear that.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope, that was insightful. Just anyway, it's like I said, it's our conversations, and
So I'm going to add a little bit more before we no? Before we end, because a few things that weren't said, right, is it's the race to the back in this situation. It's the idea that the person I love the most on this planet, I need to put their needs above mine, right? I need to make sure that they've got what they want. They're comfortable. They know kind of that they're cared for, that they're loved, that they're taken care of.
Yeah.
Right. And your mileage may vary. We're all a little bit different here.
Yeah.
But you know your person.
Yeah.
So you know what they need.
Yeah.
So being able to give them what they need is huge.
Yeah, and I like that it's mutual. It's not just one person doing the
Not at
giving.
all.
So we're both trying to race to the bottom by being there to, like you say, fulfill each other's needs. And you're kind of out trying to outdo each other, if that's what that means.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. At the end of the day, it's how can I make my person a better person, and how can I make them happy, comfortable, confident, secure, all of those things. Because you've got a person that you're going to spend your life with. It can be a fantastic, fun life, or it can be miserable. That's kind of your call.
Yeah, agreed. Okay.
All right, I'll shut up now. That's all I got.
Well, thank you. You're surely a well of wisdom. Thanks
So I
for
can
sharing.
spin it, is what you're telling
Thanks. Okay, I need to end this video.
me. Yeah, we probably do at this point.
Thanks for sharing, though. That was
Well,
quite. That
thanks
was
for
quite
joining us.
Quite insightful. Yeah, and thanks for joining in our conversation. Until next weekend.
Yep.
Have a great, fantastic week.
Absolutely.
All right.
Take care, folks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.